You're listening to The Morning Show with Dave Hyde on 99.2 Hermitage FM, online and on your smart speaker.
So as promised over the last couple of weeks, the interview I've been really looking forward to, I've got Wyn Starks on the phone. Hello, Wyn. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you, Dave?
Oh, I'm absolutely brilliant. I tell you, we've been promising the listeners for weeks that you're going to be on the show, and now you're on the show. It's my pleasure to have you.
I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be here.
Well, when I first heard the single, I think I said just before while we was waiting for the other song to finish, it was one of them days when I got the songs and it'd been a really, just one of them days. So at 5 o'clock, I put the song on and went, oh, I like this. And then you started that track and it was just like, that's it. It put a smile on my face, the whole thing. So thank you very much for the song because it always puts a smile on my face.
Oh, thank you so much, Dave. Yeah, the song actually came out of one of those days. You know what I mean? I was having a rough day. I called my friend, who's a really good friend of mine, and we wrote it together. He produced it, and I was just venting to him, and he was like, "Oh, that sounds great. Come, let's write a song." And so that's how Circles even came about. One of those days, that you were talking about.
Well, for me, I hear that first line now, when you literally just go, baby, I don't know much. And then all of a sudden, a couple of lines later, you go up another octave. And then later in the song, you go up another octave. And that's it. You can't sing along with it, but you sat there tapping your head. You sat there, you're moving with the song. It's great.
Oh, thank you, Dave. And I heard you there. You need to finish it. That sounded really good. Come do a few songs, man.
That's your job, not mine. I'll play the tracks. You sing them.
So you sound good, though. You sound good.
I'll take that. That's a compliment. So I've got some questions for you. Obviously, the new track is Circles. It's come out in the UK a couple of weeks back. It's been out in the US for a while, I believe.
Yeah, it really started even catching momentum recently. It's almost like over a year now, but it started actually catching more momentum. And then I was so happy to see it. I've been getting so much love from the UK, and so I just actually can't wait to get back there again and to perform live and stuff because I miss that. Being live is like home to me, so I really do miss that. I've been able to do a few shows virtually, but I can't wait to see faces again and be able to be there, with people, and seeing their faces.
I think I've asked this question a few times to different people. What's it like to do a virtual concert that when you finish a song, normally you get the screaming, the round of applause, the cheering, but when you do it virtually, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. You're right. It's so I see sometimes on that it's great to see the response and to feel that the people, you know what I mean? It's part. So sometimes, and for me, I get extremely nervous sometimes before live performances. But once I'm up there, it just feels so much like home. And then just being able to see the people's reaction and just I feed a lot off of that. So it's different, but it's still, I'm just grateful to be able to share the music with people, so we just make it work.
Well, I did see your acoustic version of Circles when it was just you and a guy on the stage playing the guitar and you on the vocals. Outstanding again. I've got to be honest, what is your octave range? Because it is massive.
I think, I had about four octaves. I grew up listening to a lot of Whitney, Stevie, Prince. I'm from Minneapolis, so the home of Prince. I just, a lot of vocalists who are higher singers and stuff, so they were kind of my teachers. So I just try, just listen to them and learn from them. It's been fun. It's been really fun.
I looked at what came out of Minnesota, and obviously the biggest name that came out of there was Prince. And I'm going to be honest, the next one, I've got to be honest, is going to be yourself.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Dave. That really, wow. I was just home recently, visiting my family, and I can't wait to do a show there. I've actually I grew up singing in church and stuff, but I've never actually done a show there of my music that I'm doing now. And so I really can't wait till I'm able to do that again, so that's going to be really fun and it's really meaningful for me, to be able to go back home and to, get on stage and show people what I'm doing now, you know.
Are you looking at going back to your grassroots, going back to the church, doing an intimate performance for everybody? Or do you want to go back to... Because I know in America you have, you know, high school reunions are quite big there, aren't they? So are you looking at sort of going back and going, look what I can do now?
You know, it's so funny that you say that because my high school reunion is coming up in like a few months, and I may be doing something there. You know, at my reunion, that'll be really fun to be able to see my old classmates and to be able to sing because they followed me and support me, and I'm always getting messages of how proud they are of what I'm doing, and a lot of them have went on to do great things. So we stay in contact and just support each other. So it'd be nice to go back home and be able to share what I'm doing now with everybody, and so and with my music I try to kind of incorporate all the things that inspired me from my childhood, all the music that I listened to, and I want it to feel timeless, and I want to kind of bridge the old and the new, and so I hope that it's trying to help me find my sound, I can't wait to get back there and share it with people.
Yeah, because the style of music you've got is really R&B, sort of that the classic feel, you've got the Stevie Wonder type Prince feel in there. What you've done to it to bring it modern is absolutely brilliant. I've listened to a couple of the other tracks that are up online at the moment. You've encapsulated something that's sort of needed in the charts at the moment.
Wow, thank you so much, Dave. Thank you for that, yeah. That's kind of what I wanted. I always wanted it because I love being able to listen. His music is timeless. Prince hit me, they're timeless artists, and that's something that I've always aspired to be. I want people to be able to listen to it 50 years from now, and even more, and it to still feel good. Kind of how when I listen to old Motown and just older, it still feels so fresh to me. You know what I mean? That's what I want my music to do for people.
So another question I've got to ask. What came first, the love for the hat or the voice?
You said what came, what was that again?
What came first, the love for your hats or your voice?
Definitely the voice. The hats came later on. I love, as you can see, I love the hats, but definitely the voice,
I've not seen an interview, a video without you wearing a hat. And most of the time, you've also got a pair of braces on. Yep, for sure. There's definitely style going on somewhere.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of been something that I love my hat and I love my glasses. I actually need my glasses to see, but I've done a few, though, now without them. And so, because being at home and stuff, doing interviews and you kind of just are at home comfortable. But I still sometimes will throw a hat on. But you'll probably see some interviews or, even on some performances where I don't have it, but I do love to, wear my hat. I actually didn't wear hats when I was younger. I used to not like wearing hats.
What changed?
And just as I got older, instead of finding my style and my sound, they became part of who I am as an artist, I guess.
Well, the thing is, you went from being in Minnesota all the way down to Nashville, didn't you, to get your career started properly?
Yeah, I did. So I started in Minneapolis. Like I said, I started singing in church when I was young. I really didn't even know. I just did it for fun when I was younger. And then my mom heard me singing in the living room one day, and she just was like, I think it kind of hit her, like, oh my God, my son, he can, sing. So I was like, then she was like telling people, I said, can he do a solo? And I was so nervous, but I did want to, but I was extremely nervous because I never sang in front of people like that before. So, but I knew after the first time this is what I wanted to do. And so from there, I went on to just, I sang background for some artists locally, and then I went to sing background for some international artists. And then from there, I kind of got burnt out because I really was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my music. And so I moved to Dallas for 1.5 years, and then from there came to Nashville, and that's when I really started to become Wyn Starks, and just blossom into the artist that I am. And I'm still doing that, just being here has been a huge inspiration for me and finding my sound and then just who I am as an artist.
This sounds stupid. Obviously, you changed your name. What was it beforehand? Because I don't think there's a big change, is there?
No, my real name is Wayne. So I had done some stuff under Wyn Starks, just more like I said, I grew up in church. It was more gospel stuff, but then I really wanted to, I've always loved just all kind of music, and I really wanted to kind of break out of that and do stuff that just, just kind of incorporate everything that I love. And so when I signed with my label here in Nashville, they were like, what do you think about changing your name? And at first I was like, I don't know. I went under Starks for a short time, went on a few features. And then I was like, but then they were like, no, what about, changing, and I couldn't figure, I really wanted to go by my real name. But then somebody was like, well, what if you just did Wyn? And I was like, you know what? I don't hate that. So I brought it to the label. And they were like, oh, we love it. And then I was like, wait, I don't know if I love it yet. And then, but I ended up loving it. And so that's kind of how that happened. And so here I am, Wyn Starks. And I love it now. I just took the vowels out of my first name.
I think, personally, you moved to Nashville and the hats were just part of the Nashville scene.
Yeah, exactly. It's very, you can find a lot of style here. So it just felt right.
Yeah, you'd be fine. I've got a few quick fire questions for you. Questions you wouldn't normally get asked on an interview. So you've got to be as quick as possible to answer these questions, if that's all right.
Okay, yeah.
I promise there's only a few, but they're going to be quite good. And if you've had a long morning of interviews to come, then these are going to be questions you're going to love.
Oh, good. I'm ready.
Are you ready for these, then?
Okay, I think so.
Would you rather talk or text? Talk.
For sure, talk.
What was your nickname that your parents used to call you? Wayno. That's not too bad.
Yeah. I have a twin brother too, and they call us Wayno and Kano, because his name is Kane.
Oh, right, okay.
And
so you both got an O stuck at the end of your name?
Yeah, and so they would call me Wayno and him Kano. I actually lost my twin brother, just a few months back. So that's been really hard.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So that's been really hard, but he was my biggest supporter, and my album's coming out in the fall, so I'm just dedicating a lot of it to him. And so, it's been a hard thing to deal with, but I honor him with my music, and he was, like I said, my biggest supporter. So, but yeah, I didn't mean to put but yeah,
You've said you've got the album coming out. I can't wait to hear the album. And the fact that we know it's going to be sort of dedicated to your brother is going to mean something special, especially with the likes of the songs that you've got on there as well that I've heard.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
This next one won't make you smile. So you have to finish off the sentence. Taylor Swift is
a great artist and writer.
You absolute creep. I tell you, it's only because you're in Nashville.
I mean, yeah, Nashville's the home of Taylor. She's a huge inspiration here, so I gotta honor her for her art. You said I'm a creep.
Have you ever got? Have you got plans to go and play in the Grand Ole Opry?
Oh my God, that's a dream. That would be a dream. I would love to do that, actually. And so right now I've been doing more stuff. I mean, things are slowly opening up, so I plan to do more stuff locally here. And Bluebird was one of the places I was supposed to perform, which is really a significant place. A lot of artists perform there, big names. And so I look forward to performing there, and definitely the Grand Ole Opry. Hopefully I can do that soon.
It's one of them stages, isn't it? It's just got history. It's had everyone who's been made, performed at Nashville has been on that stage. And I think it just has it's like a reward just to sing on that stage, isn't it?
Oh my God, it would be like I said, a dream come true. So I look forward to that.
Well, I've got a few more fast questions for you. So can you say "good day, mate" in an Australian accent?
Good day, mate. I don't know if
that's it. Doesn't matter. We'll keep going. Would you rather have music or podcasts on when you're walking?
Oh my God! Honestly, I listen to both. But maybe podcasts. I'm happily surrounded around music, and it's nice to kind of listen to some of my favorite podcasts, because I don't know. Yeah, Poppy Podcast.
You've never been asked these questions before, so what's worse, laundry or the dishes?
Laundry.
If you could be a member of any TV sitcom family, which one would it be?
Family Matters.
Family Matters, well, I'll give you that one. Do you like TV or books more?
TV. Probably shouldn't, but I do love books too.
Dare I ask what your favourite book is?
My favorite book? Would have to be... I love fantasy. I love, it's very nostalgic for me. So the Narnia books, I'm all in it. There's more too, but those are just, I just grew up reading them. And so, they're one of my favorites.
It's a dream to come true to go to Narnia. That's what it is.
Exactly.
So if you could appear in Game of Thrones or Harry Potter, which one would you appear in?
Oh my God. Harry Potter.
Do you like Netflix or YouTube the most?
Oh, Netflix.
And then my last two questions for you. What's the best thing that's happened this month?
This month, I got to go home and see my family again, and that was really fun to be able to.
I'm disappointed. I thought you was going to say talking to me, but there we go.
That's second for sure. I got to see my nieces and nephews. I was on uncle duty. It felt really nice. And I took them to the safari, and they loved it, and so that was really cool for me. But definitely this second.
Are they quite young?
They are. Well, I have older nieces and nephews too, but the ones I took there are like 8, 6, and 3. And so, yeah.
Any idea what you do for a living? Yeah, do they know that you're like this musician that's got singles out?
They do. I think they do, but cause my brother, they play my music a lot. My brother and his wife, they'll play my music for them. So I think they do, but to me, I'm still just their uncle. I think maybe in their minds, it's just like, oh, look at him, he's Uncle Wayne singing. It's cool. I don't know if they really realize they're just significant.
I think it's going to be amazing when they're a bit older and they can come sit side of the stage when you're performing in front of such a large crowd, and then they suddenly go, that's my uncle.
I would like that. Yeah, I can look forward to that day. I do. And even with my older nieces and nephews, it's kind of I just was talking to my nephew, and he's like, oh man, I finally went and watched your videos and stuff. They're really good. I'm serious with Uncle Wayne, and there's just some of them are still finding out what I'm really, that this is not just a hobby, but it's my career, So it's cool to see their reaction to it. Wow, you're actually good, Uncle Wayne.
It only took them 8 months to do it though.
Exactly, more longer. And because to them, I'm always singing, and they're like, oh God, I wish he would shut up. But now they're seeing everybody loves it. They're like, oh my Uncle Wayne, he's actually doing it. He's the real deal out here.
Well, it's okay. Christmas becomes a bit cheaper because signed CDs and vinyls come in handy.
Oh, for sure. I can't wait to do a vinyl album. That would be... I look forward to that, actually. Yeah, I want to do one for my album. This will be my first album, so I definitely want to do it in vinyl. Give it away as a Christmas gift.
I'll put my name down for one. If you could send me one when it's in vinyl.
Oh, for sure. I absolutely will. 100% I absolutely will.
My final question for you, and it's the biggest question of the day. What's for dinner tonight?
Oh, God. Hopefully lasagna. I love lasagna.
Are you making it, though?
No, I probably won't make it. But there is a place I love here that has it, so I look forward to going there.
The most important thing is you're going to get your favourite meal from your favourite place, and that's amazing. And of course, you spoke to me, so, it's going to make your day.
Oh, it already has. Thank you, man. I love it. I probably shouldn't say that, but definitely one of my favorites. It was.
Again, I'll take that. It's like a singer or an actor. The project they're currently on is always their favourite project or single.
Exactly. Yes, we'll say that.
No matter what singer I speak to, if it's their current single, it's their favourite single, it's the one they put all their heart and soul into. But this song really does feel like it has your heart and soul.
Oh, for sure it does. Yeah. I always say Circles is one of those songs that I wish that I wrote, that I did, right? And so, because when we wrote it together, I just felt it felt special to me. And so I was just happy to be, I'm proud of it, you know, to be, you know, it took a while to get to this place of just really being able to embrace who I am as an artist and what I do. And I finally feel like I'm starting to do that. So it feels really nice. It feels really good.
Well, as I say, when I first heard it, it put that smile on my face. Everyone can go and buy Circles now by Wyn Starks. Wyn, thank you very much for joining me this morning.
Oh, it was an honor being here. Thank you so much. I can't wait to head your way, and maybe I can come by there and do a few songs there for you. You know, I would love that.
I would absolutely love it.
Thank you, Dave.
And I tell you what, I'm keeping an eye for tours. There will be tickets brought. I will be there. I promise. I'll bring a hat so you know it's me.
Okay. Yes, please wave it. Wave it, and then I'll know it's you.
Oh, I certainly will. So this is Circles by Wyn Starks.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Wyn.
Thank you.
You're listening to Hermitage FM,
the heart of your community. And this is Dave Hyde.